We live. Welcome to the channel. Jermaine Lawrence. So we got somebody already in the chat, looks like. Somebody already waiting. Whoever it is, I sincerely appreciate it. Mash, Debo, Bosa, that like button. Bosa that like button, folks. Welcome. What's happening again? Welcome to the channel. Faithful, it's your man Lawrence. Welcome anybody that's coming in right now, honestly. We're here to talk. I got shade. I got all my essentials. I got everything. I'm straight. I'm ready to go. Like I've been saying, I got time. I got time and energy on this wonderful Thursday. I got SmackDown replay on TV and shit. It couldn't be a better evening. But again, Debo that like button, Bosa that fucking like button, share the video so other people can share in the conversation about Jimmy Garoppolo. And there's going to be one today. You feel what I'm saying? There's going to be a conversation tonight, folks, because, Jimmy Garoppolo has been here for 5 years. Adrian, what's happening? Adrian, first of all, thank you so much for coming in, Mr. Savala. I'm going to try to keep up with this. Usually I would like to have my son here with me, or both of my sons, actually, but my son to kind of moderate or be my executive producer, be my EP. But I'm going to try to follow the chat and chime in with everybody. And to you, Adrian, first of all, thank you. It said something about new subscriber, my man. If that's true, then salute to you. Appreciate you. I'm going to take a sip for you. If y'all can't see in there. That's brown. Just a second for you. And I answer that question for you, sir. E&J. That's old school shit. So my thoughts on Trey Lance and Jimmy Garoppolo. I believe that right now Trey Lance needs to be the starter of this team. Period. End of the story. The biggest thing for Trey, that I've seen said is, okay, he's not ready, and I can understand that. 100% I can understand that. But what I want to ask everyone who says that is, how do you get ready for something without doing it? How do you get to the point where you do something well if you don't do the shit? If you have an answer in the chat for me, I would love to hear it, because I can't really figure out the answer myself. Trey Lance has sat on the bench for a whole year. He missed a year of college, absolutely. His year coming right into the league. He missed that year, and then he sat behind Jimmy Garoppolo. It's not like Jimmy Garoppolo sitting behind Tom Brady. It's not like Aaron Rodgers sitting behind fucking Brett Favre. Yo, John, what's happening, sir? Welcome to the stream. Good to see you. Yes, so it's not like, Aaron Rodgers sitting behind Brett Favre. It's completely different. But he did sit behind someone who took a team to the NFC Championship. I'll give him that. And he learned a lot, because Jimmy, Trey Lance has more than a chance to lead us to the promised land. Trey Lance has a chance to get us the quest for 6. He's going to end the quest for 6. That's what he's doing. I wish I could find my live video right now. I literally can't. But, he's going to end our quest for 6. That's not going to be a question. I think that Trey Lance has the ability to be an MVP candidate. I'm extremely excited about what I see in Trey Lance. I mean, you look at him. Thank you, John. Jimmy didn't take us anywhere. I really believe our defense, and that was just this year, but 2019, a rookie Nick Bosa, I think, this is rookie year. Rookie Nick Bosa and rookie Debo Samuel both helped out that year. Our defense was fire. D4 was in. Good to see. Thank you. Wants Jimmy to stay. So right now, that's about Trey Lance. We're talking about who we think, should starter. And they just asked in the chat, I think that Trey Lance can lead us to the promised land, 100%. I think that, sure, he's not ready to start, and everyone keeps saying that. Trey Lance is not ready. Trey Lance is not ready. You don't get ready for anything unless you do it. You can't get ready by watching. You can't get ready by reading. You have to do it. He's never going to be ready until he's under center and ready, folks. And that's what I want everybody to understand. That's what I want to stop hearing every day, is that he's not practice makes perfect. Yes, Irene, right. So he practiced all year last year, and now we want him to get into the games. Everyone who says that he's not ready, he's going to be doing that forever. They're going to be saying that forever. He's not. How do you get ready unless you get into the game? You know, if I was to go and start a job tomorrow, a brand new job, and I had never done that job before, I'm not ready for that job. So I can't just go home and read a book every day and then one day I'm ready to do that job. No, I'm still going to fail. I have to get in there and do it. You're never ready until you get something done. I don't think Jimmy Garoppolo has the skills to get us past where he's gotten us, and that's to the Super Bowl. Look, go back down this. If you get a chance, not right now, because I want y'all in here live, talk with me, leave a messages, because all y'all that fight with me every day on Facebook, all right, and some of you on Twitter a little bit, mostly Facebook. But check the rest of the videos, please, and leave a like, subscribe to the channel if you're new, mash Debo that like button while you're here. Okay. So I want to make sure, Adrian, are you saying you do want Jimmy to start or you don't want Jimmy to be started? Because, yes, you said, why would we stop his momentum? Well, that happens all the time. We stopped Joe Montana's momentum. We had to, you know, it does take the whole team, but somebody's driving. Somebody's also driving the car. And the person who's driving the car has to be a good driver. Okay, you do want Jimmy to start. So Jimmy's gotten us to the Super Bowl. He literally has gotten us to a 20-10 lead in the Super Bowl. Okay, to have me ready to be in tears of joy. I'm surprised I didn't cry when we lost, and I'm not bullshitting. And trust me, I'm all man. Okay, I smell delicious right now. I got it all fresh for y'all. All right, so no, I'm fair, but I'm all man. I was ready to cry, and I didn't for the loss. But if we would have won, I would have cried. Okay, when the Lakers just won, I cried. When the Dodgers just won, it was just weird. But I was ready. And, you know, the defense let us down. Glenn Wallace. So a lot of people out there, real quick, I don't want to get off topic. I sincerely appreciate you. A lot of people watch my videos and click on my videos on Facebook, and it means the world to me. I believe I started this in June, and it's an outlet making videos and shit, especially about, you know, shit that you love, right? And then other ones are mostly about my kids. So, but yes, when you click that, I found it like maybe 4 days ago. When you click that video first time on YouTube, stay ready. They're going to get ready. When you click that video the first time on YouTube, it takes you to a place where you're not signed in. So you can't like the video. You can't subscribe to the channel. So it's pretty tough. But thank you so much for coming in. Please hit the like button. Debo the fucking like button. Both of the like button if you came in. Share the video so other people can come talk with us too. Please. But yes, you know, Jimmy's taking us to 20-10 lead in the Super Bowl. He missed that pass, folks. Yes, there was pressure in his face. Yes, Bosa was held, you know, 100 times in that game. And yes, there was pressure running up on Jimmy during that play. But so was Patrick. So was there on Mahomes. So was there on every quarterback every week. He has limitations. And as I was saying, please go down to videos. I got 100-something of them now. Look at some of my videos from 6-7 months ago. Game 2, Game 3, 4 to see Garoppolo. And I mean that. I love Jimmy Garoppolo. He just doesn't love me. He don't love me back. So it's like a relationship. When you got a relationship, you got two people. So the 49ers are somebody and Jimmy is somebody, right? Jimmy's not loving them back as much as they love him, right? And same with me. I love Jimmy with all my heart. He's the number one player on the number one thing in my side of my children, football and the 49ers, okay? So he's number one in that car. I love him. He doesn't love me back. He's giving me all. I'm giving him my all. Physically, he's like I'm playing. I've been like that since I'm 40. 2 weeks, 40. 3 weeks. I've been like the same since I was a child. He's not giving me his all. I give him my all. I give him my heart. I give him my soul, my spirit. He lets me down. It's like sex. Like when you know, like if you pull away in sex, like you get there, and then he stops. Like, who the fuck does that kind of shit? Whether it's a man or the woman, they're going to want to fuck the other person up. And that's what I always want to do to Jimmy. I want to fuck him up all the time because he gets me happy and then he pulls the rug out from my black ass. And I don't like that. So in the comments, though, if we're being honest, from John X, Jimmy didn't have many outstanding games. In the Super Bowl run, we had an amazing run game and defense. True. Jimmy wasn't needed. And when he was, he let us down. Touche. From Mr. Glenn Wallace, Jimmy should get one more chance. Trey as a backup, and if Jimmy can't perform, then let Trey. Okay, look, y'all. Okay, and Glenn, I read an article. He might be. Look, another again. Got to promote. I'm a natural promoter. I have a video from like 2-3 weeks ago that I did before. I don't even know if Brady had automatically come out of retirement. Actually, all the way come out of retirement yet. But I did a video and said that we might be trying to work a backhanded trade for fucking Tom Brady, regardless of whether he says, "I'm coming back to you, Tampa." We might be, so look out for that, yes. But, all right, so, that's what we said for this year. Jimmy doesn't perform. So Kyle was close to pulling Jimmy. I hope all of you fans know that. Kyle, this year, out of his own mouth, because I watched, and believe me, I watched every minute of everything that happens for this team every day, every week, all the time. Every press conference after the games, good, bad, indifferent, I struggle through it. Everybody, players, coaches, everybody. That's why I'm so mad Mike McDaniel's gone. Besides him taking all of our players and coaches, he's hilarious in press conferences. And it was content. I enjoyed it. But no, Kyle said himself, about week 8 or something, after we had our losing streak, he was ready to pull Jimmy. Literally pull him. And then I believe, we won the next game, and then we went on to win 4 straight overall. And he said it himself, sitting right next to John. I was ready to pull Jimmy and start Trey. So all of us don't think he's ready, but Kyle apparently thinks he's ready or ready enough. And then today, if you haven't all seen it, you're talking about, things that you read. I'm reading a lot. Today, well, just thank you very much. I tried, but today I also read that, it's being said behind the scenes that Kyle, more than likely Kyle, that Trey knows right now. Trey's putting it out there in the atmosphere that he knows he's starting next year. Or he's been given the green light that he's going to start next year. Those are the reports this year. It's not just from the 2 bullshit reporters that cover the 49ers, Cone, and I can't remember the other one off the top of my head. But these are things from Mayoko, Jennifer Lee Chan. These are people who are backing up those reports that Trey Lance has been told behind the scenes. Let's take a sip for Trey Lance. Whew. Trey Lance has been told behind the scenes. Jimmy, Miss Irene. And I love you. So glad you came in. But looking at you on Facebook for a long time, I appreciate that. Yes, but Trey Lance has been told he's going to start, and the only person I can guess said that is the only person that makes the decisions outside the check writer in our team, which is our owner. The person who makes the decisions for us is Kyle Shanahan. I would honestly have an inexperience rather than mediocre. And that's the thing. That's the thing about Jimmy, folks, is that's what he's been this year. Not to get off camera. I'm trying to open up my computer here for a second for everybody. Because I want to go over what I did today. Because when I do videos, I usually prep for videos. I like a lot of shit, right? Whatever I can do. Depending upon whatever type of... You're right, John. Shout out to John. John, you're smart. Everybody in here is smart. We're faithful. You like the 49ers, so you're fucking smart. All right, period. You like the 49ers, so you have to have some brains. And you like a California team, and you have really a plethora of other ones to have chosen from, and you chose not to do that. So salute to you. But, John, you're smart. Yes, I would rather have an inexperienced quarterback that has talent up your ass and mine, as opposed to a person that we know is full of experience, both sitting and watching, like Trey's doing right now, and live game experience up to the Super Bowl. He's limited. Y'all want to tell me that Jimmy can throw the out? Can Jimmy throw the fucking out? Out, the out. The play that works on us quite often. There you go, my man. So what you were a little bit closer, Glenn, to the situation. My fault, folks. You're a little bit closer to the situation, but I'm from LA. I was born in Compton, raised in a smaller city next to it named Linwood, and LA, and now I live in Las Vegas now, home of the Faders. So, but Niner fans are all over the place. Since I started making videos on YouTube, folks, I have met people literally. I have a fan who's a subscriber to my channel, who I'm subscribing to his channel. He's a Niner content creator or YouTuber, whatever the fuck you want to call it, Niner fan. Woo! See? Everywhere. Home of Prince. Shout out to you. You get if I had that shit set up, you're so welcome, Miss Irene. If I had that shit set up, Glenn, you would get a gold star or some kind of badge. It's coming. takes a lot more subscribers, but you would definitely get one because not only you're a 49ers fan, but you live in Minneapolis, Minnesota, wherever you live at, anywhere in the state where Prince was born, you're okay with me. Because if it's not red, it's purple in this house, trust me. So, yeah. Hell, I lost track of what the fuck I was saying. So let's get to Jimmy's stats. All right, that's what we want to do. All right. Yeah, well, again, not friends everywhere. I'm sorry. Adrian, you from what? Look at that. So we got somebody. I'm assuming Irene, you're from California. John, I don't know where you're from. Let me get back to the chat. Zavala. Yeah, what's up with my chat now? You, I'm assuming, you said from Sacktown? No, that was the other person. My apologies. We got people from everywhere. Washington State. Yes, and Niner Fan Trust. For y'all who don't live in California, even at least, and especially a state from Kyoto. Is that Japan? 49ers for life. NinerGang and don't bang, Irene. And share this video on Facebook. Tell other people to get their ass in here and talk that shit that they were talking all every day. Okay? That's what we want. We need people in here discussing this. You know, whether or not we are making the right decision, starting trade, because I do believe that that's what's going to happen. Trey Lance is going to be starting for this team, and that we all need to get on one accord, get on one page. John, you see, like I told you, I'm pretty intelligent, John. I'm pretty quick. So yeah, Kyoto. Shout out to Kyoto, Japan. Shout out to John X. Again, shout out to Irene. Shout out to Mr. Avalum. I wish my service was working right. The chat will come up. Hold on, folks. There we go. Shout out to Irene. Shout out to Adrian Zavala. And shout out to Glenn Wallace. Shout out to John X. Every person who's commented here so far today. But Jimmy stats. Let's get into it. So 2021, all right? Completion percentage for Jimmy Garoppolo. And if y'all are watching this, please share it on Facebook, share it on Twitter, share the link, comment, like the video so that other people can see it. Other people get in here in this conversation because I want to talk about it because I literally spend every single day, every day on Facebook. Like I know all of you do. I know you do, Irene, because you and I talk all the time. Jimmy can't win it all, Adrian. Come on, dog. Jimmy can't win it all. Can Jimmy win it all? Because he had the chance and then he ripped my fucking heart out like Freddy Krueger. He had us there. And he was like, whoop, you gotta be quicker than that. No. Gotta be quicker than that. That's what he did to me. He had me. Cali, Irene, off top, just like me. So we got Cali, we got Washington, we got Minneapolis in here. We got fucking Japan in here. Like I was saying, I got a friend. But Adrian, he was fully healthy in 2019. You're right. Okay. I don't want to go. You know how good it felt for years to say, fuck you, we're 5-0 in the Super Bowl. Fuck you, we're 5-0 in the Super Bowl. Fuck you, we're 5-0. We're undefeated. You know, Jordan still lives on that. That's a whole nother debate for another live. Jordan lives on that. Jordan was undefeated in the finals. That's why he's better than LeBron and Kobe and blah, 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 blah. Right, Glenn. You got much love, Glenn, because you're from the home of Prince. Rest in peace. Christopher, just like Prince says. And that's something I live by. And just like Trey Lance is going to profess to everyone this year, I ain't afraid of shit. Okay, but again, you know, I got a friend who's in England who was a 49er fan. Yes, we did. And that's why Jimmy was about to get pulled, Glenn. That's why literally Kyle, yes, I said about week 8, 9, Kyle said, I was about to yank his ass. Boom. Out of here. That's what's about to happen. Take a seat. Grab some wood there, bub. That's what he was about to say to him. But he didn't. He gave him one more chance. Biggie, give me one more chance. And then he went ahead. That's the biggest thing. Fuck who's starting. I could go start for quarterback now in the division because Russell Benson is gone. So whatever. But let's get into it before I forget again. So I got a person in France, somewhere in England, who's a diehard Niner fan. And we talk all the time. So the Niner gang, the Niner empire reaches worldwide. Fuck your fan base if you're not for the 49ers. So let's get into Jimmy's stats. And let me take a sip before I get into his stats because this is depressing. I need 2. All right. So 2021 completion percentage for Jimmy Garoppolo, 68.3. Very, very good. I was just watching NFL Network randomly today, and for whatever reason, they're talking about that crybaby Murray down in the hot ass state of Arizona, and he was at 69 something, right? So nobody hit 70 really. 68% is an outstanding completion percentage for Jimmy. Now, mind you, sometimes he could be check down Jay, but we're not going to say anything about that. All right, so 68%, 68.3 for Jimmy this year. 3,810 yards. He's been with us for too long. Bang, bang, NinerGang. NinerGanger don't bang. That's how it is. NinerGanger don't bang, Irene. All right, so Jimmy's been here since 2017. And in that time, he's yet to eclipse 4,000 yards. That's the one thing I want to see, is that motherfucker get over 4. I see no 4s. You know? Yes, sir. Yeah. You got the big smile. Yes, hopefully that's for Prince, because, you know, I was listening to Prince all day this morning. As a matter of fact, just on a random. It should like that. That's while I was working. So 3,810 yards passing, 20 touchdowns, 12 interceptions, passer rating of 98.7%. So the way look, this is what I want Jimmy Garoppolo's numbers to look like, and this is what they should look like. And again, folks, please share the video, like the video. If you're in here watching and you haven't liked it, hit that like button, Debo that like button, smash that shit like Debo running the pitch, running the toss, or running the reverse. You feel me? All right, so 20 touchdowns, 12 picks. He is Adrian. Bravo. And a good pull, hell yeah. When I saw that, it hurt my heart, or touched my heart, and made it feel, it was just like the weirdest thing. It's like that's what I mean. Jimmy Garoppolo is like the relationship that you're in, that you love that person so much, and there's so many good things about that person, starting with their face. That's the first thing, right? The first thing that you have to do, you have to be attracted to the person. You have to like their face. And we all know that son of a bitch has a handsome face, right? I think so handsome that sometimes he blinds you and shit. Like, he makes it so that you don't see the forest beyond the trees. You feel what I'm saying? Like, you don't see the bad shit. It's like that bitch that you get with, who's beautiful, who's sweet, right? Who's charming, right? She may have a good head on her shoulders. I ain't gay either. No, fuck that. No. See this right here? That's my son's names, okay? Those are my son's names, because I slept with their mother 18 and 16, whatever, years ago separately. But I'm also very secure. He's good looking. Stop, Irene. That's why you want him to stay, because he's fine, right? That's why I got women who are not 49er fans on my Facebook page, folks. A woman that I've known for a long time came on my Facebook. She's not even she's probably a Raider fan, but she's really not like a football fan like Irene. Like, you're a football fan, mama, right? You are into, like, right? You know what I'm saying? She's not like that. She's just a friend of mine. She came on my shit, like, right at the end of the season saying, y'all need to stop. Y'all need to leave him alone because he's handsome. I'm like, motherfucker, what? Get out of here with that shit. Okay, but yeah, the man's good looking. He's charming. He never says anything wrong. All right, you don't need to comment. Hey, thank you, Glenn. This has been a blast already. Yeah, absolutely. You don't need to comment. I already know, Irene. So I'm like, he's handsome. He never says anything wrong, and that's because he never says really too much right. Now, they hear what I said. He doesn't take responsibility for shit. It was just, here's Jimmy after the game. He doesn't have a button in his mouth, but yeah, you know, it was tough. It was a tough one. I could have. He won't say it was his fault. It was a tough one. You know, I threw the ball. I thought it was going to be this. We got crisscross. Me and Ayuk got no, motherfucker. It was 4th down, and you one-hopped the ball to Ayuk. You threw too short to Ayuk. He didn't stop. Receiver kind of stopped. No, you don't have the arm strength to get him the ball, unfortunately. Or if you're on the run, it's going to be trouble. It's going to be ugly. All right, so that was this year. Nothing finer than a 49er, man or woman, right? Nothing finer than a lady 49er, and nothing finer than, I mean, Jimmy's fine. I don't know about everybody else. You know, Jimmy Garoppolo is a good-looking guy. That's what the problem is. See, what Jimmy Garoppolo is he's a popular guy in school. He's a handsome guy in school, right? Who everybody loves because it hurt me too, man. I was sitting there like, what the fuck am I watching? I was like, I want him gone because, like I said, I love Jimmy Garoppolo. Jimmy's my man. Jimmy's the only other man I love other than my kids. Okay? No, John, we can't. That's the problem. Jimmy, we cannot get one game without saying that pass. What the fuck, Jimmy? Jimmy, what are you get rid of the ball, Jimmy? What are you doing, Jimmy? No. And Irene and Adrian, you know, you do whatever. You may not do it as often as me, but you know you're watching the game and you do it. Every time he throws the ball, folks, and the ball looks like it's going to go off. I got a nice size TV. When the ball looks like it's going to go off my screen, I get scared. I get scared. And I know a lot. I know thousands. He's extremely humble. But he's slick. See, he does get. That's why I call him Jittery Jimmy, Glenn. Jimmy Jitters or Jimmery Jitty, Jittery Jimmy. Yes, he gets, and he was more every snap. He was more of a gunslinger, more like Brett Favre. We all remember those 5 games. We all remember it. Out of nowhere, who's this fine guy, right? Who's this handsome cat? Who's this guy coming from Brady? He came from Brady. He's about to fuck our shit up. And what happened? He did that. He made Catman look good, right? He made Dante Pettis look good. He's declining. We're gonna get to Jimmy's boyfriend before this live is over. I promise you. If you hang with me, Adrian, we will get to it. Because the biggest proponent, but more than you, more than Irene, maybe not more than Irene. Excuse me, folks. My apologies. Maybe not more than Irene, but just about more than anybody. The biggest fan of one James Richard Garoppolo is one George, whatever Kittle. Wrestling Kittle. And I love wrestling. I'm a fan of wrestling. You know what I'm saying? Right. Well, thank you so much. So we'll get to George. But he's just Kittle is declining. And Jimmy is jittery. So we'll go back to Jimmy, you know, him bouncing around the pocket. He hikes the ball, and he's every play. He's bouncing on his feet the whole time, like he's never stirring in the pocket. And in the first season, thank you, and you love him. And I know you don't want to close your eyes because he's handsome, right? You want to look at it. You know you can't see him and shit through the mask. I know, Irene, you want to look at him as much as you can. You're probably looking at his glutes, his ass. You know, I used to hate when I was younger. Women just said, primarily my mother. Look at that Dallas Cowboys, Larry Allen's ass. So anyway, Jimmy, he's dancing in the pocket. He's fucking doing ballet. He's doing pirouettes and shit. And that's how he got caught by 99's bitch ass in the championship game, right? He's dancing in the pocket instead of John, thank you. Every time he drops back, you hold your breath. And that's, you got to close your eyes when he throws the ball. I'm like, I don't want to do that when my quarterback throws the ball. I don't want, like, somebody's trying to hit me and shit. I don't want to feel like that. But he dances in the pocket instead of, when was the last, the first 5 games that he came, folks, he was amazing. It was like fucking new flowers in spring, right? Like, we all had this fucked up weather recently. It's been cold as shit. Now, like, Las Vegas, it's hot as fuck this today. It's probably just 80, but it feels like 1,000. He was a new toy. We all wanted to play with him. He was gunning, you know. He was running like Brett Favre. He was all over the place, throwing passes at the last minute, hitting fucking Dante sorrier than shit Pettis in the back of the end zone. That game against Minnesota, the first year, you know, his first full year. He's not a runner, but he can move. He's a dancer is what he is. And you can't be a dancer in the pocket. You got to either be a runner quickly and quick decision maker in the pocket, or you got to be someone who's just going to stand in there and deliver the ball. Step up into the pressure, into the hit, and deliver the ball. That's the only two ways I feel you can be a quarterback. Your son is very smart then, Irene. Yes, and you're good. I'm hoping to take my sons to a WWE event soon. Trust me, I do WWE videos too. They're down at the bottom, y'all. Check them out. Like I said, subscribe to the channel. I sincerely appreciate everybody coming and talking with me because I had to get this off my chest. It's been a long time coming. It's been 5 years. So, but well, we haven't done it yet. Did I miss something? Did we sign him? We signed Debo? Have we extended him? But you know, as far as Jimmy, he dances in the pocket. You can't do that. You have to get the ball, hike the ball, and then step up into the pocket and then throw the ball to where it's on target, on time. He was late on that pass to Kittle to the sideline against the Rams. He was late. Why wouldn't he throw the ball? Well, since he got hurt, and that's the most unfortunate, that's because he tried to juke somebody. He tried to juke and shit off the wrong leg. He's the kind of person that in the press conference will say, yeah, everybody, you just got to be an athlete. You just got to be a ball player. But he wasn't an athlete. He tried to juke off the wrong leg, and he whipped his fucking knee up, right? Against Kansas City, who then in turn beat him in the Super Bowl. It's a house of horrors. He only get a lot of money. He's already laughing at some of these $20 million a year. Debo wants that Raider money. Debo wants that. What the fuck is his name? Somebody help me in the chat. My fucking mind is blank. I'm too worked up. Adams. Debo wants that Devontae Adams. As I go to drink again. Debo wants that Devontae Adams money. Apparently, he's not Devontae Adams yet. He's extremely good, and he got somebody I think chasing his heels. Especially if Trey Lance is the quarterback, Debo gonna have to be RB2. It's not gonna be Trey Sermon, unfortunately, probably. The person I would like it to be, the person that we drafted from The Ohio State. Tay, thank you, sir. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Tay, it's gonna be Tay. He wants that Tay money, but he's not gonna get it because he's not Tay. He's not Devontae Adams, but he does want money like Devontae Adams. But Jimmy has to get solid in the pocket. So this with the jitteriness, that's why he only had 20 touchdown passes and 12 interceptions, because he's late on passes. He can't throw the out. He can't throw a bomb, a streak, or a fade, or whatever the fuck you want to call it. He can't throw it. He can't throw deep. We all know that. We saw it with Emmanuel Sanders. We've seen him miss juice on wheel routes about 22 yards down the field. He misses juice. That's I think that's right. Shout out, you're right. I'm when I say shit like that, look, every 49er player on the team is God to me until you're not on the team, or until I think you're hurting the team. Debo's not hurting the team. So Debo's the number one best receiver in the league to me. Fuck what anybody else talking about. But Jimmy was, he's late on passes all the time. He can't make all the throws. He is limited. Now, you move over to Trey. We haven't talked a lot about Trey. We talked about Jimmy. And I'll move to him in a second. But I want to see these kind of stats from Jimmy, okay, for a year. 4,000 yards, first of all, period. 3,978 yards in the Super Bowl year. That's like somebody giving you some slop top, and then when you're ready to finish, they stop. 3,900. Last time we had a 4,000-yard passer, it was Jeff Garcia. I'm sure. Colin never threw for 4,000. He may. I may be wrong, but I doubt it. No, sorry, I take that back. Maybe Alex did it. Alex Smith maybe have thrown for 4,000 yards with us, but I can't be 100% sure because he's a dink and dunker like it's nothing. We all know that. He's a game manager. A better game manager than Jimmy Garoppolo. Did you see he ran the fucking option before Colin Kaepernick was running the option. You know what I'm saying? If you remember, against the Saints in the playoffs. So, but I want 4,000 yards passing. That's all I'm asking. 3,978. Jimmy, I should slap your fucking face for that. 22 yards. That was one pass down the field that he, all 16 games that year, decided not to throw at some point in time. That's what it was. A pass that he decided not to throw. 22 yards. So, or something that Debo couldn't run after the catch for him, or Kittle more so in that first year, 2019 Super Bowl year. That's what he missed 4,000 yards by 22 yards because he's just not there. That's why. Last year, 67.1% completion percentage, 1,096 yards. I can't even remember how many games he plays. I'm getting too old now. I don't. He was in and out the lineup so much it was like he was changing his draws. So 7 touchdowns, and him with the 7 touchdowns, 5 picks. He needs to stop that shit because that's been a pattern throughout his career. He did that before. First year with us, first 5 games, 7 touchdowns, 5 interceptions. 7 touchdowns, 5 interceptions, 92% rating. So his rating improved this year. His Super Bowl year. I don't need to, mama. Trust me. I don't need to trust me. I can go. I got nothing but energy. Like I said, I can go all night. Believe me. I don't even need to breathe. So 2019, 69.1% completion percentage. Again, 3,978 yards passing, 27 touchdowns, 13 picks, 102-point rating. Now, I want Jimmy Garoppolo, and Trey Lance is going to do it. And remind you, Trey Lance is going to account for more touchdowns than just passing touchdowns. It's going to be running touchdowns. It's not going to be quarterback sneaks. He's going to be Tom Brady III. Like Jimmy want to try to be. Jimmy's 13 for 13 on quarterback sneaks. So, he wants to be the next person to be, no, he's going to be running it in from the 10, from the 7, from the 30. Okay? So, I want the stats to say this. 68 to 69% completion. This is for whoever the fuck is the quarterback. Number 5 or number 10. Hopefully it's not number 10. And we're going to get into if he's going to be the quarterback. What's that? What does that mean? What does that take for Jimmy to be our quarterback next year? Because it's not just Jimmy's a quarterback. Nope, we got to do some work for that to happen. Believe me. I want to see 68 to 69% completion percentage, 4,000 plus yards, not 3,978. Right, yes. Not 3,978. 30 touchdown passes. He hit 27 in the Super Bowl year. He was 3 off. Look at that. 3 extra touchdowns, 22 yards. So 3 7-yard touchdown passes, more from Jimmy Garoppolo in the Super Bowl year. Motherfucker would have 4,000 yards passing and 30 touchdown passes. That's G shit. That's gangster shit. 4,000 yards, 30 touchdowns. He didn't get it. So you get up, you throw that much, 30. You gotta do 2. You gotta do better than 2 for 1. I want 12 picks max. We got 17 games. No 30 touchdowns, 15 picks. That's what goes for Jimmy or Trey. That's too many interceptions. 15 interceptions in 17 games is way too much. So 30 touchdowns minimum passing, and then 12 interceptions in 17 games. And then a rating of same what Jimmy had, a rating of over 100. And we are now, you see, now our running back, and I called it early, maybe 3 weeks ago. I said Raheem Mostert is going to go to Miami. Everybody wanted him to resign and be thunder and lightning or lightning and lightning fucking shit with young Mitchell. But no, I knew he was going to leave we weren't going to pay him the little bit of money that he wanted. He tried to hold us up 2 years ago. Y'all remember that? Raheem tried to hold us up in the offseason. So I knew he was going to leave. And I knew he was going to go to Mike McDaniel's punk, midget, oompa loompa little ass. I knew he was going to go to Miami. He likes to surf and shit. He don't like to wear no socks and shit like that. I know he was going to go to Miami. But we got Elijah Mitchell. We have Trey Sermon, who we drafted from Ohio State. I'm an Ohio State fan, by the way. I know we don't talk much college football in here. Maybe we'll get into that this season on this channel. But right, so that's what. Okay, who was going to be Irene is fucking. Damn it, you made me trip. It's Trick or Trey. It's going to be Trey. That's what came out today. If you didn't hear already, the reports came out today. Trey Lance thinks he's going to be the one that's going to be starting next year, 100%. Someone's told him that his initials probably start with K and end with the S. But that's why I did this live. We all need to come together. We all need to accept the fact that Jimmy. Oh, I'm so sorry for you, Glenn. I don't know why you would do that. Who can throw? Jimmy or Trey? Trey will throw your damn hands off. Trey will get the football stuck in your helmet like on Little Giants. You feel what I'm saying? Like when little Bobby, whoever the fuck his name was, it was a girl. The girl she came out and she had a cannon, right? She's drinking her milk and shit, and she threw in Little Giants and boom, cutting the little nerd's face with his glasses and shit. That's what Trey Lance will do to your ass if you're not lucky. That's why right now, Brandon Ayuk and Trey Lance are like this. They're trying to get like this. They're spending all kinds. And I saw it last season because Brandon was on the outs. Brandon was in the doghouse. Trey was basically automatically in the doghouse because he's the backup quarterback. Everybody. Laken Tomlinson, Irene, that's the only person who didn't go to Miami. He went to New York or New Jersey for some reason. I don't know. But don't ask me why. But everybody went to Miami. Our fucking coaches, like 9 of our players. I don't know. But Trey has a cannon. Jimmy has a water gun. Tell me I'm lying. Jimmy can't hit the out. A 15-yard out. I'm pretty sure both of my sons can hit the 15. They're big motherfuckers. Both of my sons can hit the 15-yard out. Now, they're bigger than Jimmy Garoppolo, and they're 16 and 15. 18 and 16. But it's a wonder when you figure out what your sperm can do. Lord have mercy. But they're bigger than Jimmy Garoppolo, but they're still kids. And I'm pretty sure that both of them could throw the 15-yard out. Now, Trey looks like that young Willis kid coming out this year. He has a cannon. Y'all saw the play to Debo. You all saw it. You all remember. It's all NinerGang. Faithful. It's all in your hearts. It's in all of your hearts. I know it is. You all saw the rollout. You all saw the play to what's his name? Sherfield. I think he's gone now, right? He didn't look that was Cal's fault. That was Cal's play calling, which is also something that cost us the Super Bowl, which is something that cost us the NFC Championship. We're not going to get into Cal today. Cal is his own video. Please come back for when Cal's video, all of y'all. Now, thank you, everybody, so much. Debo that like button if you come into the video, get a chance to see it. If you click this from YouTube, by the way, you need to go out of there. Go into your normal YouTube and then look for the video. Bam Bam LJ29 on YouTube, because then you can actually comment the same way under yourself. Leave a like, share the video, all that stuff. Subscribe if you like to, if you're happy with it. I sincerely appreciate it. It means a lot. But what was I talking about, y'all? Shit. Trey has a cannon, right? You saw the play to Debo. The reverse, the boot, whole offense. Absolutely, absolutely. The whole offense goes one way. Trey bootlegs, play action. Like my kids hate play action on Madden. My son's always like, why you always do play action? Why you always doing play action? Why you always doing play action? He hates that because it works. So, play action, boom, roll out. You know everything, girl. That's why I wanted you in here. Don't say that about yourself. Don't say that about yourself. Niner girls are real girls. So you saw the bomb, and then boom, Debo with the catch. 7. You know what I'm saying? Yes. Heart to you, Miss Irene. So you're a real Niner fan, Irene. I know. You have an opinion. You want Jimmy to start. Well, thank you so much. I appreciate you, Glenn, sincerely. Look, I'm a real 49ers fan. Football is fucking life, okay? I'm not kidding. I'm not just saying that to be fun. Like, football is life. If you to break down football, there's metaphors all over that son of a bitch to contribute to your life, okay? Teamwork, not giving up, leading people, leading other men. I'm a man. You have to be the leader of a family as a man. Lead your woman, lead your children, not just by what you do, but by what you say, how you react to shit. When the quarterback acts like Baker Mayfield, That's not a leader. You know what I'm saying? So football is chock full of metaphors. Football is life. So yes, I know a lot about football. And like I said, I'm 40 years old, and I've been watching football since I was probably about 7. And I've been a 49er fan since I was 7, since 1989. It's when I started liking the 49ers, literally, 1989. And it was by osmosis, 100% original. Nobody else I know, except for my cousin, who was also 7 at the time, likes the 49ers. Like, literally no one else I know, except for my kids, because when they were born, they knew that they had, very early, that they had no choice but to like the 49ers. That's my sons, as my 2 babies. So nobody I know likes the 49ers, except for me, because it was God sent. I was born in 82. They won the Super Bowl 30 days before I was born. Get in the camera, Bosa. So we're all fans, and we all want the best for the team. And I believe that the best for the team, there you go. It's just supposed to be. I bleed red and gold. We all bleed red, but I also bleed gold. And so do all of y'all faithful. So salute to us. But yes, I've been a 49er fan since forever. And right now, and I'm a 49er fan. That's the thing. That's my biggest thing with people. So also, I want to get off topic of our squad, but the Lakers. I'm going to be a 49er fan until I die. I was born a 49er fan. Like I said, they won the Super Bowl I was born on February the 27th. They won. We know all won. They won the 81 Super Bowl in the year of 1982. January. The Super Bowl was still in January then. Whenever that fucking Super Bowl, I think it was like the 23rd, I don't know. Whenever that Super Bowl was that year, I was born fucking 30 days later. It was God sent. I was supposed to be a Niner fan. Period. But again, 2-1. Trey is who should be starting. He's the future. I've been a Niner fan all my life, and Trey Lance is the future of this team. I believe that. I believe that he can just do things that Jimmy can't do. Jimmy once had, in a season, for the whole season, 2015, drum roll, 6 yards. Okay, no, that's not fair. It was probably like, one play in the game covering for Tom Brady, but the next year, 2016, I think you guys all know. So look, Jimmy's also, let's get to the other thing about Jimmy, right? What is Jimmy's? Okay, so that's where I was at. I'm sorry. Let me get back to that. Real quick. Lakers. If Kobe would have left the Lakers and went to the Clippers like he was thinking, like in 2009-ish, 2010, it would have been fuck Kobe. Forever. Because right now, still to this day, I've softened. In my old age, I've softened. And a lot, I used to be a motherfucker. In my old age, I've softened. But it's still fuck you, Shaq, for going to playing in Boston. So if Kobe would have went to the Clippers or Phoenix and shit like that, like he was like trying to play because he was pissed off because he was like a little girl. Because Kobe's my favorite athlete, my favorite person in sports. Bye, Miss Irene. Thank you so much for coming in. Much love to you. Hit the like button. Hope you did before you come out. And I'll talk to you again on Facebook, I'm sure. So I'm basically, I say all that to say that I'm a fan of the name. All right, so look, but the thing, that's what I'm saying, is I'm a fan of the team. I'm a fan of the 49ers. I'm a fan of the Lakers. I'm a fan of the Dodgers, right? If you leave that team, I don't know you. When Jerry Rice, listen to me, Niner fans, listen to me, faithful. I'm a fan. I'm 40. I be like, when Jerry Rice left the 49ers and became a Seahawk, when they were in the AFC still, AFC West at that time, became a Raider? The fuck? When Joe Montana, not his fault though, went to play. See, I'll never like the Chiefs. They have a. What up, brother? What up, Mav? Thank you for coming into the chat. Welcome in. Debo the fucking like button, Mav. Let me know in the chat. Who you for? Are you for Jimmy? You for Trey? Please leave a comment. Let me know. That's the first thing everybody needs to do. Let me know who you got, Trey or Jimmy. But Jerry Rice, Joe Montana, they left the 49ers. When they left, they left. You know what I'm saying? They're donezo. They don't exist anymore. T.O. went to Dallas after he fucking posed on their shit. When he went to Philly, I don't know you anymore. If Kobe would have left the Lakers, he would have left. And it would have been fuck Kobe. Mav, shout out to Trigger Trey. Throw your fives up. Yes. So thank you so much. Here, hit that like button too, Trey. And if you're not already subscribed, please subscribe to the channel. I want everybody to be able to come in anytime. Share the video so other people can come talk with us too. But I like the name on the front of the jersey. Right. And so Jimmy's contract is up. Well, not up. This is going to Jimmy's contract year, and he's not going to do that. And like you said, we all watch Jimmy say, "Faithful, it's been real." I almost shed a little tear. Almost. Faithful, it's been real. You know, and blah, blah, blah. And he sat there. I did a video on that. You know, like Jimmy sat there. That was kind of tough. It's many times I've yelled, "Get rid of the ball, Jimmy. Jimmy, what the fuck?" As many times have I done that. As many times also I've said, that motherfucker is something else. I love you, Jimmy. So it was difficult. But I also know when it's time. When you have to leave, you have to leave. When you're not producing or when you've reached your ceiling, it's like that's it. It's football is real. Like I said, football is life. It's just like any other job. They're big stars and they're larger than life and they're in 1% body fat and shit like that. And they run 30 feet in 1 second. Literally, they can move 30 feet in a second. But still, it's real life. It's humans. It's just like my job. If I have a job and I'm just stagnant at it, they may bring in somebody else who they think can do that job better. I'm a call center rep. Clearly, I'm pretty decent or whatever at talking, folks, right? I have a YouTube page. I'm a talker, right? So I got plenty of opinions. And I'm usually high on my own. So, but I work in a call center. I work on the phones. Coincidentally, ironically, whichever one you want to use. And with that, you got to constantly be talking, constantly be moving, whatever. But if I was just if I wasn't good at it, if I was just the same, or if every once in a while, like I majorly fucked up, like throwing like he's going to do this year when he throws 3 picks to Bobby Wagner now on the other NFC West team, if he starts for us, the Rams. Because that's what Wagner's going. I just want to win. He's walking through. Bobby Wagner was walking through TMZ today with a mask on his face and hoodie over his head, like he was in a fucking video game movie. And I just want to win. He's going to LA. So when he throws 3 picks to Bobby Wagner in 2 games this year, what are you all going to say? Before the game against the Seahawks this year, I said, I was being funny. I made a video. Don't throw it to 54, Jimmy. I said it in the video before the game. What did he do, folks? He gave Bobby a basket of bread. So he's always going to do that. He's reached his ceiling. Every once in a while, he majorly fucks up too. Like underthrowing or overthrowing Emmanuel Sanders. Or me, if I hung up on a customer, right? And then your job's on like, oh, Lord, you had too many missed calls. We need to bring in somebody else that's probably going to replace you after a while. We're going to bring in somebody else, and you're going to think they're just doing the same job as you. And eventually we're going to fire you, Lawrence, and they're going to take your job. It's the same thing in football. Jimmy comes into work every day. Jimmy got the best attitude, no matter what, whether it's a bad day for the company, whether it's a good day for the company, Jimmy's the same. And everybody appreciates that. That's why the locker room loves him. Everybody likes somebody who's always the same. Literally for me, pretty much unless I'm talking about football and Jimmy Garoppolo, I'm always the same. My personality is always the same. I'm never too high on anything. And actually, that's a lie. And I don't like to lie because I'm arrogant. I don't have to. But from inside myself, it's different. But I don't show anybody. I'm always the same to everybody, outwardly to everybody. I don't get too low because I feel like anytime there's a situation, I'm going to have to handle it. So I can't, whoever's following with me, I can't be in the dirt. You know, and then when I'm happy, I don't get too happy because tomorrow could be gone. So just like Jimmy, he's always the same, but he doesn't perform well. So even whether he's not performing well or whether the team doesn't perform well, he always comes with the same energy, and everybody loves that around him. But that's not good enough to win a Super Bowl. He's good enough to get you there. Now you all think honestly that Jimmy was 3-5. He was or Trey played one of those games right because Jimmy got hurt. So Jimmy was 3-4. You think Trey couldn't have been 3-4 last year? He was 1-1. He was 500. So that means Jimmy was like 480 at that point, right? If he's 3-4, he was at 48%, 47, 46, some shit. Trey was 1-1. And that's only because he only barely lost the first game. That's because Kyle called a completely horrible game, thinking he had 2 running backs starting instead of a quarterback and a running back. But that's another story for Kyle. Kyle's going to be in a whole other video before the preseason starts. We'll get to Kyle. We're going to have a live on Kyle. So, but you think that Trey could not have been 3-4? Start that before Kyle said himself he was willing to pull Jimmy Garoppolo. Kyle said himself right after the season. Right. So right now, so why should Jimmy still be here? That's what I need to know. Why should Jimmy still be starting when he has shown us what he can do? In my life, I think it was something, and I hear it all the time. You're either getting better or you're getting worse. Fucking autocorrect. I hate fucking autocorrect. No matter what it's on. Computers, phones, and I'm an Android. I'm an Android guy. Team Android. Don't be mad at me, folks. Be mad at me for my 49ers takes, not for my Android versus iPhone. But look, thick and thin, I can understand that. Stay with the team thick and thin, no matter what, no matter what's going on. But at some point in time, that just doesn't. How long is thick and thin? Can Jimmy get us past? He's shown us what he can do. I'm more excited to see something that I don't know where the ceiling is, because I'm really, really excited about Trey Lance. I think that he can make the same mistakes Jimmy makes, and he's not going to make any worse mistakes than Jimmy Garoppolo makes. He can throw the same interception right to Bobby Wagner, but can Jimmy roll out and throw that pass to Debo for a touchdown, or to Sherfield on the other? They showed it. Kyle's with his punk ass, with Kyle's conceited ass, showed it on both sides of the field. To Sherfield on one side and Debo the other. Can Jimmy make that play either time? No. Exactly. So look. So we'll get right to that. Can he make that pass? No. Can Jimmy roll out and bootleg and not throw that pass? Debo's running this way, and everybody sees Debo streaking. We also, and this was just on a regular, I can never remember what it is. I always have to ask my children. The handoff, just my mind, and drinking, weed, stress, 40, work. I work really hard, all that shit, whatever. So whatever the play is, where Colin pulled, when he raped, excuse me, folks, excuse me, YouTube, that's probably wasn't a good use of words. When Colin Kaepernick just destroyed Green Bay, that was without a rollout, right? So we saw the play where both times he rolled out, the defense is going the other way because now they know what's coming. So what if he just takes off and runs? He's gone. And he's big. People are going to make business decisions. They're going to get out of his way. Them corners are going to see Debo with 5 extra inches of height and probably 10 more pounds. They're also going to know it's a quarterback. There you go, Glenn. Right? I'm losing brain cells as I get older. CG, my man, CG. All right. So please, if you're here in a group, not to get too excited, but please go subscribe to my man CG's channel. He is an excellent YouTuber, big time Niner fan. CG Ruthless Sports. We are part of a growing conglomerate of 49er fans that all want Trey Lance to start. CG, they've been in here saying that Jimmy needs to get the start nod. So we need some people in here saying otherwise. But Trey takes off and runs, it's going to be a wrap. It's going to be over. And we haven't even got a chance to really see that. Kyle was calling literal runs up the middle like he was fucking Cam Newton. Right. That's the point. You're supposed to be a fan of the organization. When you're if there's a cancer in something, you need to take it out. That's what we do, folks. Faithful. If there's a cancer inside something, you take the shit out. And there's different levels of cancer. I'm too much drinking and sipping and smoking, but cancer level A, B, C, D, Z. You know what I'm saying? So Jimmy's like a B level cancer. And then there's a story that came out. For you all, like you said, I know you like people that read shit. I read a story today where it's saying, is Jimmy Garoppolo a cancer to the team? And in a way, he is. He's not. Jimmy Garoppolo waited to get his surgery. If you agree with that or disagree with that, let me know in the comments. Jimmy Garoppolo literally waited to get his surgery. When he got up off the ground from 99's hands, Tuesday, he should have been calling the doctor, Dr. James Andrews from Alabama, a world-renowned shoulder surgeon for the WWE. I got all kinds of facts and stats and comments and info for y'all. I got pulls from everywhere. He's like world-renowned. That's not who even got surgery from, but I'm making a joke. Fucking get the surgery on Tuesday, okay? But he got up off the ground. He should have, from fucking 99, he should have been scheduling that surgery. Instead, he got that shit yesterday. Why? Absolutely. That's what I want. I want all of us to be able to make a judgment. But Jimmy's judgment allowed him to get his surgery just about, 2 weeks ago, was it? The season has been over. His season has been over since the end of January. He waited about a full month to get his surgery, if not more. It escapes me exactly right now, but he waited quite a bit of time before he got his surgery. And why did he do that? Him, and I believe his agent's name is like Don Yee or something like that. They waited together to get his surgery so that it would drop his because besides the fact that Jimmy is handsome and average, he's also injury prone. We haven't talked a lot about that, except for me saying that he tried to juke and ripped his knee out. But he's also very, very injury prone. He's doing injury a full season. Y'all know he only plays one every other season. So you know no matter who he's playing for next year, he's due to get injured and miss the rest of the season. It's coming up this year. He went to the Super Bowl, the NFC Championship. Next year he gets hurt. So yes, him and his agent Don Yee decided together for him not to get the surgery right after this immediate season, so that even if he was, let me not even say that. Because he's coming back to his boyfriend, George, to the person who's made him look the best he's been made to look pretty much throughout his career, Tyshawn Samuel, to the people who, on the other side of the ball, get him the ball, Nick Bosa, Fred Warner, number one, Jimmy Ward, to get back to Kyle Shanahan and John Lynch, who took a chance on Mr. I've never started and played more than 2 full games in my entire 5 years being a person that cashes checks for the National Football League. They took a chance on him and gave him $800,000 million after 5 appearances. That motherfucker worked Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and then he got a raise. That nigga worked 1 week, and then he got a raise. Okay? So that he could come back in time in shape, ready to go for Debo, for his girlfriend George, for Juice, for Trent, for Nick, for Jimmy, for now everybody every fucking free agent, because all we did was bring our own free agents back this year. We didn't sign anybody except for Travarius Ward. For Travarius Ward in the future, so that he could come back for us in time for camp and throw early, get some more rapport with whoever we draft in April, so that when we undoubtedly draft a wide receiver in April, he can start throwing to that motherfucker in May, like Trey Lance is going to be doing, folks. Whether it's Christian Watson from North Dakota State that used to play with Trey, or somebody from Ohio State, hopefully, or somebody from Alabama, whoever's coming out, because a freshman comes out of Alabama, whatever. So he could throw to our receivers in May. He gets the surgery in June 30th when he picked his ass up off the ground from Aaron Donald. But what did he do? He waited till March 1st to get the surgery because he knew that the new league year was starting 2 hours later. And everybody would say, oh, Jimmy just, I know it does, Glenn. I know it does. And thank you. Jimmy just got his surgery. Oh, shit. So now his timeline is like July before he can even throw. He can't throw the ball. He can't lift weights either. Weights in months. I know my arm is weaker than it was the last time I lifted them. So he can't throw to like, I don't know, June or July, 2022, folks, knows medicine, sports is a hell of a lot different, whatever. He's going to, and he knows to get to somebody's team, but he knew it wasn't going to be ours when he was saying, see you, faithful. He knew it wasn't going to be coming back to us. So he waited, and now he can't throw even until July. So all other 31 teams in the league know, well, he's still James. First of all, he's James. And then what comes with James? Subway, handsomeness, goatee or without, and that I can do that. I'm that handsome too. If I didn't have this, I have a baby face. I look 30. Trust me. It's messed up. It's fucked up. But he made a business decision. Like the corners are going to be doing next year when Trey's rumbling down the field from starting. But whether he cuts his face, shaves off, face off, or whether he has a beard, he's handsome as shit. Cliches up the ass and mediocrity. And then injuries, minor or major. And porn stars in your state. These are the things that come with James. So all the teams are thinking, he'd get us there, but we're gonna need to get Tyreek. So like the only person is fucking McDaniel. You need to go to Miami. We need to steal Tyreek Hill, or if he went to the Raiders, we need Tay. And we also need 100 McCaffrey in the second year in the league, and Dalvin Cook, and the 2001. Are you fucking kidding me? That somebody calls me right now while I'm live with my folks? Not cool. We're gonna get to Lynch. I did a video on Lynch a couple of days ago. People were upset about that video. I got a lot of vitriol. Look it up, folks. Vitriol. Online, on Facebook, on Twitter, on my video a little bit, when I said that John Lynch needs to be questioned. Even though Kyle is pulling the strings like Geppetto to Pinocchio, that's a job. It's down below. Please check it out. Hit the like button on it, brother. Share it if you do. Do we got to question him a little bit? But to get back to what we were saying, Jimmy, he waited. And now all the teams are looking at him and saying, not only is he limited as far as what he can do physically on the field, he's an outstanding leader. He's handsome as fuck. He's good in a press conference. He's not going to embarrass us. He likes to fuck porn stars. And that's his personal business. I'm a fan of porn. So, but, you know, what's he going to do on the field finally? Get us over the hump? Or is he going to get right to the top of the anthill? And then also possibly you got to watch out if he's going to get injured. You know, I mean, who can say different than that? He hasn't shown us anything different than that. He hasn't shown us anything but the ability to get right to the edge and then be too limited to get over the hump. And as far as John Lynch, this debacle, as you said, Mav, which is an outstanding word. Glenn, I don't think so. It's a debacle that you have to ask me that question right now, Glenn. Because by this time, what's the day, folks? March the 24th. There should be no question as to who is starting. Because there should only be two people on the roster with the position QB in front of their name. That's Nate Sudfeld and then Trey Lance. Trey Deasy. Folks, let me tell you something. For everybody here, all Niners fans everywhere, if you get a chance, I hope you get a chance to see this. I have two sons, 18 and 16. They're not 18 and 16, they're 17 and 15. But once they get to like the 3/4 point, even in my you're the next age to me. 18 and 16, they turned that this year. My youngest in a couple of months, 19 days. My oldest son's name is Trey. Know why? His name is actually Lawrence. He's named after me. He's the third. But I call him Trey for number 3 because I'm smooth like that. So I want Trey Lance to start for multiple reasons that we don't even have to get into. But the biggest reason is I think he's more talented than Jimmy Garoppolo. I think the boy's 23 years old. The league hasn't seen him. Trey Lance, everything since he was in high school says that Trey Lance is like myself, like a lot of you faithful are. He's a football junkie. There you go. So here's the man, Glenn. I'm gonna look for you on Facebook once the live is over, brother. We're gonna keep going until we're done, though. But I gotta check where you at. You my man, and I hope you subscribe to the channel. I mean necessarily, not just because I need subscribers, because you the G. But yes, so that's my son's nickname is Trey. I don't call him Lawrence because that's fucking weird. He's almost 18. He's 6'4". And I know Lawrence, I'm not gonna do that. So I'm 5'10". So yeah, I call him Trey, and I've always called him Trey, but it's TRE for me, like the number 3 in French or whatever, right? So I want Trey to start. When they drafted, I'm an Ohio State fan. Remember that, folks. I'm so glad you did too, sincerely, and I mean that. I ain't gonna forget you either. For Trey, I wanted Justin Fields. For the most part, I was conflicted. I'm an Ohio State fan. I wanted Justin Fields. But they're gonna they fucking took Nick Bosa from Ohio State. When Joey went to San Diego, I was pissed. I've been an Ohio State fan since I was 8, 49 fan. I found college football later, okay? Ohio State when I was about 8, probably 9. I started at Miami. Actually, I'll take that back. I'm lying again. I started, I'd say about 9 or so. Because actually, first, for some reason, I like the orange. So I was like, oh, I like Miami. I just picked the 49ers because it was just my heart. I woke up and it was the Niners. Miami, I like that orange. But then something about 9, I was Ohio State. So fucking take Nick Bosa. I like to shit myself, right? And then when I was thinking, when I shared the picture on Facebook, I was waiting for videos and everything on YouTube, and seeing Kyle, that picture, smiling, slapping it up with Justin Fields, I was like, he's gonna pick Justin Fields. He's gonna pick Justin Fields. Justin Fields from Ohio State is gonna be my quarterback from Ohio State. Right? And I see this other little light-skinned guy with the curly hair. My kids are pretty light. You sound pretty light. And I'm like, all right, it's Trey. Then, damn it, I hate. You can spell Lawrence with a U. I hate it. I've also seen it spelled LAWRANCG. Like, it fuck my name, but it's really simple. LAWRENCE. My son and I, right? But I fucking hate Lawrence Fishburne. Fuck you. I love you, but fuck you. So then, okay, Trey, it's with the Y, but it's still fucking, like, this guy's Trey. His last name is an L. I'm arrogant as shit. Trey Lance. And I sat in my doorway. I moved my TV over to my door on the draft day. I was kind of like, my kids are in there like, with their mother, my first ex-wife. I'm twice divorced. So yeah, my kids are in LA with their mother though. And we're talking back and forth and stuff. We're all watching it together. And boom, Trey Lance. Boom. I'm like, oh, okay. This is it. That's what I wanted. Even though Fields was from Ohio State, Trey Lance. And then I just saw his size. It looks like a superstar to me. It looks like a superstar. He's raw. Yes, he's very raw. Still, nobody's throwing the ball harder in the league than Trey Lance. You better have your head on the swivel, whether you play for the gang or whether you play for the other team. Because the ball's coming. Y'all remember Brett Favre? Some of you like my sons, they've never got a chance to see the ball come off. Brett Favre broke fingers. I see Trey Lance breaking a couple of fingers in practices. And I see Trey Lance, I don't see him gliding like Bambi, like Colin did, like Kaepernick. Kaepernick was like a flash on the screen. It was beautiful. We all loved it. But I don't see him gliding like Kaepernick. But have y'all seen Patrick Mahomes, chubby? Here's the word. Came from wrestling also. Skinny fat. I think that's one of the best words ever. That's me. I'm skinny fat. Have you saw, let me use proper grammar. Have you ever got a chance to see Patrick Mahomes run? But they don't get him. Fuck his arm. Man. Yeah, he's from Mississippi. Brett Favre is initially from Mississippi. Shout out to you, Glenn. You're the G. NinerGang don't bang, Glenn. NinerGang don't bang, man. So have you ever seen, this is the weirdest shit. He's not super fast, but we all saw him run up the sideline that time and just make people look silly, look like simps. We've seen it. I see young Trey doing the same thing. Celebrate, yes. I see young Trey doing the same. And everybody else, I mean, what do you see? If you disagree with me in the comments, if you're watching the video, please let me know. Because the only person interacting with me is Glenn right now. Interact with Glenn and I. We all are faithful. We need to get on one page. That's what we're trying to do tonight on this live. You see, fucking Patrick Mahomes just, for some reason, get where he needs to get to. Right? And nobody gets his ass. But I see Trey doing that, but just ×2 at a faster speed. Maybe not Lamar Jackson speed, but y'all saw somebody named, what's the Jesus guy? What was his name? Came from Tebow. Came from Florida. Right? Tebow was a motherfucker. When he was running, people were getting out of the way. I see Trey Lance as a faster Cam Newton. And Trey Lance only got up to 1.5 gear last season, when on those calls. Because he only played 2.5 games, 2 games in a piece, and a cup of coffee in the other game. And then Kyle was calling the bullshit game that first one. The second one, he didn't run as much. He tried to let him throw a little bit. Or win. Shocker. He won. Right? So the first game, he's running all over the field like he's Adrian Peterson. And he ends up getting injured. That's when I called for Kyle's job. Look for that video at the bottom, too. I was calling for Kyle's job after that game. People were very pissed at me for that. But I was pissed at Kyle because he got him injured in his first action. So, but next year it's not going to be that. Kyle's been sitting on and beating off to the fucking plays that he has drawn up for that young boy for next year. Man, I have so much confidence in Trey. My son's name is Trey. What I mean, my son's name are Damien and Trey. Trey and Damien. Or Lawrence and Damien. I have never called him Lawrence, I don't think, one time to his face. Or via text. All right. So his name is Trey to me. Everybody else calls him Lawrence. Including his brother doesn't call him Trey. All right, so maybe my mom's. So nobody calls him Trey. Really, everybody calls him Lawrence. I want Trey to start, and I can't wait. I'm afraid, and that's what I want to get into next. Let's get into that. That Jimmy's going to come back. So right now we owe Jimmy Garoppolo 27 M's. Hit that like button if you're new dropping in, please. Hit the like button. Debo that like button. Bosa that like button. Trey that like button. Because Trey's going to run some bitches over next year too. Okay? Trey that like button. Share the video so that we can drop in. Leave a comment. Let me know who you're going for. Do you got Trey or do you got Jimmy? Who are you pulling for? Who should be starting for the team next year? Because for me, it's unfortunately it's Trey. I love Jimmy, but he doesn't love me back enough. So, but to go back, again, next year when Trey, I'm extremely excited for Trey. I see him really being a superstar. Right now, I live in Las Vegas, folks, faithful. The sports books right now have Trey Lance as one of the, I guess it's in the top 10. Maybe I'm pretty good with time and numbers, but I'm losing it right now. Maybe 3 weeks ago, Trey was like top 5 in the potential voting for MVP next year. But he can't get that way. And Vegas is with the shit. Okay? Vegas is about that money. Vegas is about the paper. Glenn, I am not okay. To stop this real quick, I'm not gonna forget where I'm at. I'm talking about Jimmy coming back, so anybody let me forget. Glenn, if you are in Las Vegas again, I don't care if you go on any video because my comments come in whether I want them to or not, and I do enjoy it. That's what I'm doing it for. It's really for people, right? Some people are fucked up, so, but that notification is coming. So if you come fucking to Vegas, Glenn, Vegas is something else, man. It has its ups and downs like everywhere. If you're coming to Vegas again, let me know. I will promise I will love to do a meetup with you, sincerely. And I'm trying to get to the draft in April. The draft has been held in Vegas at the Raiders Stadium. I'm trying to be there. I'm going to be on the grounds on the day of the draft. Even if I'm not inside, I'm going to be there streaming live the day of the draft. I promise you that. It will be, even if not from inside the draft, everyone, all the faithful, I will be at the fucking draft at Raiders Stadium. That bullshit toilet bowl, I'll be there. So, but anyway, Jimmy comes back next year. We owe him 27 M's. $27 million. If you agree with that, hit the like button if you haven't already. So, to have Jimmy Garoppolo come back next year, these are my thoughts on what we need to have happen. First of all, a long conversation with young Trey Lance, young TL, the young king, young Lion King. All right. And I got some really funny pictures of our team. There's a lady who's gotten famous over the last month and a half from drawing pictures of basically of Jimmy Garoppolo. She says she's going to do that every single day until he gets traded. On my Facebook, at Lawrence Jackson Jr. I'm black. My kids are there. Not too hard. Yes, you can do a lot of rock hunting, metal hunting out here in Vegas. Vegas is great for that. Absolutely. But follow me on Twitter, Bam Bam LLD, at Bam Bam LLD, too, on Twitter, or on Facebook, whatever. But the ladies drawing pictures of, Jimmy Garoppolo and Trey Lance. They're hilarious. But Jimmy comes back next year. We have to pay him $27 million. Jimmy's the reason why we've signed the biggest free agent signing that we've had, either played for us last year or is named Charvarius Ward. Tell me I'm wrong. Charvarius Ward. I didn't even know his fucking name. Even though we played against him in the Super Bowl, And when I looked him up to make a video on Charvarius Ward, which again is down at the bottom, all the pictures that popped up was him tackling, who the fuck was it? The one that went to exactly, Glenn. Exactly. Or trade, whatever. That's what I'm getting to. That's always time. And that's why. Because he's still in our books. There was pictures of him tackling Bourne. It just popped up everywhere in the Super Bowl. Charvarius Ward. I was looking for pictures for the thumbnail for the video. That's all I could find was impact, and I didn't want to pick that because he's gone. He's out of here. Like Jimmy needs to be. Pictures of Charvarius Ward tackling Kendrick Bourne in the Super Bowl. I didn't even notice that motherfucker. But we signed him to a fat 4-year contract, to a chubby 4-year contract. Now, I like it. I'm happy that we did. He's like a dog, a good player. He has a mindset to where he's been underrated. This is his first real contract after being a rookie, and he wants to prove it. And he can play. He's big. He's physical. But because Jimmy's here, that's why we don't have Tyrann Mathieu, Stephon Gilmore, J.C. Jackson. Because Jimmy is still here. That is the only reason, faithful, that we don't have one of those players. Is because Jimmy Garoppolo waited to have his surgery. How, Mav? And I don't mean that in a bad way. I mean, please, Mav, answer that question for me. How? Because I don't know that I'm pretty good with that, intelligent, all that. But how? Because the way I think is, okay, we're gonna take a cap hit, somewhat, right? I know that, period. But fuck, I mean, how much is it? We owe him. If we don't cut him, right? We owe him $27 million next year if we don't cut him. So please take the floor, brother, and tell me on the real how, because we owe him. If we don't cut him, I don't know the date. If anybody, my computer went dark. I can look it up. Maybe it'll come up. I don't want to pull off the live, but what is the time in which that money? It got to be quite a while ways away, I'm assuming. But what is the time frame in which that money becomes guaranteed to like when there's no more the lady on Twitter that's become famous in the last 49 days. She started saying that she's going to draw a different picture. It's so funny. Please go look for those pictures on Twitter or on my Facebook at Lawrence Jackson Jr. Period. Like literally. It's a picture of myself and my 2 huge, amazing sons. As far as the profile picture. You can't miss my face. I'm pretty, and we're all standing up. But I got the pictures all over my, like, for real. Look for this lady on Twitter. I can't remember her name right now, but she's excellent. It's so funny. It's like Saturday Night Live kind of shit. But she said she's going to draw one every single day until Jimmy Garoppolo is traded. And it's been like 49 days. So if I do the math like Pauly Shore, I'm thinking that's like right back to when we, like right after 99, pulled him into the ground. I'm thinking that's like about the time that probably that Monday, she probably started that shit. Or maybe that, if she was like me and just sitting here not knowing what to do with the rest of her night after she watched him pirouette like a ballerina and then try to throw the ball to Hasty, that motherfucker almost put the shit off. That's what I'm saying. He almost pulled that shit off. He almost got the ball to Hasty, and Hasty would have got the first. But almost is only counts in horseshoes and hand grenades, right? So that next Monday, when he should have been getting called in for a surgery, that broad was starting to draw weird pictures of Jimmy and Kittle. Kittle drawing Jimmy naked. Thank you, John. Exactly. Because he is who we thought he was. To quote Dennis Green of the Arizona Cardinals many years ago. Look it up on YouTube if you've never seen it, folks. Okay. Okay. But, Mav, where? Look, you know what the Cardinals Center football is. We all know what that is. Okay? You can't trade a motherfucker, especially a good player, within division. If he went to Seattle tomorrow, if it broke and then I broke it for y'all, I would fucking have cried tears of joy. I would laugh my light-skinned ass off if he went to Seattle tomorrow. Okay? Because I know what's coming. Picks to 5-4. Because before the last Seattle game, I literally said that. Jimmy, don't throw it to 54. You want to know why? Because in his practices every day, he always throws it to 54. He throws it to Fred Warner every fucking practice, right? So I said, Jimmy, don't throw it to 54, nigga. He threw it to 54 in dark green and shit colors. Bobby Wagner, who's now going to be playing in Crip Blue and yellow, banana yellow next year. Likely twice a year, or say it with me, faithful, 3 times a year. So I said, don't throw it to 54. He did. So if he goes to Seattle, he's going to throw it to 54 in red and gold. Or 1, or 35, which looks like it's going to be which former Eric Reed's former number, which is going to be 30 Travarius Ward's number. Or as he had the Travarius Ward, our new signee, put on Instagram. I follow him on Instagram now. The second time I got signed. He put on Instagram, should I be 35 or 2? That motherfucker already knows that Jason Verrett is out of here. But anyway, he's going to throw it to number 2 or 35, Travarius Ward, or to number 4, Mosley. Not number 3, because he's gone. Tart's gone. 29, I think that's or Hufanga. Or maybe he'll throw it to Bosa. Bosa will do him like he did the Carolina, like he did Sam Darnold. Bro, the 49ers are in every inch of my body. You're going to learn today, Glenn. You're going to learn today. Okay? That's what we're doing this live. Yeah. So he's going to throw it to somebody in red and gold. If Jimmy goes to Seattle, or maybe he'll end up, I know Mariota went to Atlanta, maybe he'll end up in Atlanta. People keep trying to tell me on Facebook, and a lot of them did, thank you, bro. A lot of them did not come in here tonight, or at least they didn't have the balls to say anything in the chat and let themselves be known. But he's going to throw it to either, like I said, our team, or because he went to Seattle twice a year, or he'll go to, they said maybe Philly might still be, like these people that got quarterbacks, like, so first of all, the Texans still are not out of the running for Jimmy Garoppolo just because they have Davis Mills. Absolutely not. Neither are the Panthers with Sam Darnold. Supposedly, allegedly, probably lesser, neither are the Eagles with Jalen Hurts. Because he really primarily hurts their team just as much as he helps it. Let's keep it real. So, Jimmy could still end up on the Panthers. Jimmy could end up on the Eagles. There's still options out there for Jimmy. Jimmy can end up on the Seahawks. Who was the Seahawks quarterback? Does anyone in the chat know? Anyone watching the video? Now live comment. Don't look it up on Google. Don't look it up on NFL.com. Don't look it up on ESPN.com. Who's the Eagles? Who's the fucking quarterback for the Seahawks? Anybody? Bueller? Boom. I know you don't know, Glenn. Jong, are you still watching in the chat? My man Jong is very smart. Fucking Jong. Why am I shocked? So anyway, who's the quarterback for the Seahawks? Drew Lock. The NinerGang, faithful, do y'all want a piece of Drew Lock's ass? Does Seattle think that Drew Lock is better than James Richard Garoppolo? Does Pete Carroll, does he think that Drew Lock is better than James Richard? I doubt it. We're still good. We're good. Okay. Checking my status here on the phone. Does he think he's better than him? I don't think so. And have y'all seen DK Metcalf? I hate it. So we got a chance to pick either DK Metcalf or Young Friday, Young Tiny Lister. Shout out to Tiny Lister. So for all you faithful out there, by the way, Debo, my father went to high school with Debo. Compton Tar Babies. Shout out to Compton, California, my birthplace, the birthplace of both of my sons. Compton's in the motherfucking house. My father went to Compton High School at the same time as Tiny Lister, a.k.a. Debo from Friday. Also known as the man who was the namesake of our Debo. So it's meant to be. And our Debo next season has one person to get him the ball. That's Trey Lance. We need to all get on the same accord with that. I don't see really, what the problem is. We got Trey Lance taking over a division that has Drew Lock, Kyler Murray, who's a midget and a baby, and then the Rams, okay? The Rams are our bitch. Had we not had a mediocre quarterback in the Super Bowl, we would have won that game. I think it. Now, replay the last play of our season, folks. Jimmy Garoppolo dancing in the pocket like Black Swan. Like he does dancing in the pocket. Dance Fever, Footloose, Prince, Michael Jackson, Chris Brown, James Brown. We should have won it. And then Kyle, which we've yet to talk about. The most arrogant man in the world. Dos Equis. Right? So replay the last play in your mind. If that's Trigger Trey. If that's Trey area hiking that ball. Fourth down, third. Well, it had to be fourth because he got sacked. And so yeah, again, fourth down. Trigger Trey. We need to get it first. Hi! You see Brunskill, whoever got murdered. And then, of course, 99 is right there in his area code right away. What's Trey going to do? The same thing that Kyler Murray, the same thing that Russell Wilson, and to a lesser extent, also somebody living on our block, Matt Stafford, would do. Get out of the way. Like Ludacris said, just move, bitch. Get out the way. But what did he do? He goes right into the pressure. Starts spinning. His feet were hopping like the little wind-up toys from the 80s. As soon as he hiked the ball, he's scared. It's a lot of things. He's not old, but he's old because he got injured. So he's 4 years older, and he's not Tom Brady living in a cryo chamber, or Aaron Rodgers, who's ridiculous, who sold his soul to the devil. He choked, right? He got the ball. He immediately saw pressure, and then he did what he does on the first play of the game. 14 minutes, 53 seconds to go left in the first quarter. And if there's automatic pressure from Compton or Brunskill, from Aaron Donald, he's going to be in the ground. He's not going to move out. He's damn sure not going to pick up a first down because, oh, bitch, caught you slipping. He's not going to do that. Nope. He's going to be he's going to dance. He's going to move his feet a whole bunch. He may spin. He spins like a top. He may spin. And then 9 times out of 10, that rhymed, he's going to go down. He's going to get sacked. He'll duck. You know, we all know what he does. That doesn't matter if it's the first play of the game with 14 minutes and 53 seconds left to go in the first, or if it's fourth down with a minute left to go in the fourth. He's going to hike the ball. If there's immediate pressure, I don't know that he sees pressure or feels pressure well. Exactly. He gets scared immediately. I watch wrestling. I love wrestling. He was Stone Cold Jimmy Garoppolo with the knee braces. Fuck that. No, get rid of that brace, G. Come on, Loke. It took him a whole year to get rid of the knee braces. Why? Because he was afraid, which is natural. He's a human being. I'm a man. I have many fears. Actually, I don't have many fears. I have a couple of fears. But everybody has them. And if I had ripped my knee to shreds like paper mache, I would have those same fears when the 300-pound motherfucker was coming to take my life. But that affected his play on the field, and it still affects his play on the field to this day. Trey Lance doesn't have those problems. Trey Lance is like the little brother of that defensive end that's coming around to try to kill him. And Trey Lance is in his baby boy body, like my sons are right now. Trey Lance is in his baby body. Trey Lance is not even in his man body yet. Trey Lance is not even in his NFL body yet. Trey Lance had a rookie offseason. Do you all know what a rookie offseason consists of? Man, I enjoyed you more than anything. Thank you so much to you, Glenn. I look forward to this man getting content to you. I'm going to have you on the channel. If you don't mind one day, we want you to get on this channel. Absolutely. Voice your opinion. Let everybody hear your voice because you've been a great contributor. So thank you so much. I appreciate you, brother. And I will see you again. NinerGang and don't bang, man. Stay faithful. But Trey Lance doesn't even have his football body yet. Trey Lance doesn't have his NFL. I worked in an NFL stadium or gym facility all year long. Trey Lance got ready for the draft, and he had to get his first good, clean, sexy watch and shit. You feel me? He had to get his shades. Y'all saw him at the draft. He had to get fly for the draft. That took like a month, 3 weeks. He had to get in shape for the combine. And that's not to be consistently reading plays and calling plays. It's to throw it as far as you can, run as fast as you can, jump as high as you can, jump as far as you can, lift as much weight as you can. That's what that was for, right? He wasn't getting ready. He wasn't reading the playbook. He wasn't out, getting on target with his wide receiver that he's going to be living with. That's what Trey Lance is doing right now. Right now, he's falling in love with Brandon Ayuk right now. It would be Deebo Samuel, too, if Deebo wasn't so country. Deebo's a country nigga. Excuse my language, that's how we talk on this channel. We're all good. Deebo's a country nigga. Deebo's down in Miami right now. And that's why everybody's like, oh, he's going to hold Mike McDaniel's hand. No, he's not. He just likes to trade. He's from the South. He's from Carolina, and he wants to trade in Miami where it's sexy and blah, 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 Miami. Y'all know what's happened in Miami. And he said, calm down on his Instagram, his Facebook, or any internet world, which we're all in right now, whatever the fuck it was. He said that. Just calm down. Fuck no, I ain't going to Mike McDaniel. I'm NinerGang and don't bang. I'm part of the faithful, not an empire, not the nation, but the empire. So he's just down there. But if he was more of a, because they was like, why you don't trade in LA Depot on Instagram and Twitter? He was like, just calm down. And Mike McDaniel now, of course, has taken our wife and everyone and our kids and everything and took them down to Miami. So he's like, Debo's, he's not going to resign. They haven't re-signed him yet. Debo's going to go to Miami. No, he posted, stop it. I like to train down here. But if he didn't like to train down in Miami, which is the prettiest, closest to LA kind of weather, California weather, he said he doesn't want to train in California because he's from the South. And even though Miami is outrageous, it's still not LA. Because I was bred in LA. It's not LA. It wishes it was LA. LA is just So he wants to train in Miami, whatever. That's why he's not down somewhere, because I think Trey and Brandon are like in Santa Barbara, I think right now. Some nice place where it's nice weather all the time, and a beach close by, and a college football field that they can practice on. Trey Lance and Brandon Ayuk right now are getting it in all over social media. And they were doing the same thing last year. Because last year, Brandon Ayuk was in the doghouse. And Trey and him met after practices and things like that last year. I read it and watched the interviews. Watched the little clips on their personal Instagrams. Every day, Trey Lance is forwarding Brandon Ayuk, something about Brandon Ayuk or something. They got the same management team. They're putting in the work right now that Jimmy cannot put in because he waited until yesterday to get his shoulder surgery. So he can't do that for us or the Panthers. Oh, that's on my battery coming up. Battery's telling me 15%. We've been going today, faithful. Because Trey Lance, he has the ability to actually practice right now with the team. Jimmy can't. When we undoubtedly draft a wide receiver next month here in Las Vegas, and I'm going to be there to cover it, when the first draft pick gets picked for the Niners in the second round, I'm going to be live, I promise you. Jimmy can't throw to that motherfucker till July. They can meet up. But when Trey got drafted, before he was throwing passes to anyone, to Kittle, to Debo, they brought him to my city, to Las Vegas. Gave him some hoes. Give him some spirits, some drinks. Maybe some trees. It was all season. Try to get that time in. Right now, he's getting time in with Brandon Ayuk. He's also working with Zach Wilson. Has Trey Lance been this year? Another rookie from last year. Trying to get better. Jimmy Garoppolo cannot get better than he is today. And that's why Trey needs to get the keys to the Lambo, to the San Francisco train car. Y'all out there in Frisco, or real 49er fans, period, nationwide, worldwide, like motherfucking West Side Connection, worldwide. We all are Rice-A-Roni, okay? We all know consistently the train car is a staple of San Francisco. Give that nigga Trey the keys to the train car. He deserves it. And he can probably drive it better than James Garoppolo can. He needs to be sitting at the head of the table, or the first seat right to the right of Kyle Shanahan, if he's this person sitting at the head table. Jimmy has shown us inexplicably that he can't fully get the job done. And like I said at the beginning of this video, like I said, please look for check out some of my old videos. Started this season. Jimmy Garoppolo was my guy. That's my G. My sons both know I use the word G, right? Like that's my homie. That's my person. I used to call them G all the time. What's up, G? Jimmy's my G, and his last name starts with a G. I got videos of my guy shouting him out. But just like in a relationship, again, after time, it all wears on you. It doesn't matter how fine they are or how they make you feel good, when they make you feel good. Eventually, you begin to only see the negative because you want so much for things to be perfect. And then when they're not, you're constantly disappointed. And you begin to resent that person. And then eventually, the only thing you want no matter what it takes, or no matter what else happens, is to be away from that person. And unfortunately, that's how I feel about Jimmy. If you don't agree with that, I honestly don't know what to tell you. Other than you probably need your head checked. And that you are definitely a faithful. But you might be the wrong kind of faithful. And when I say that, again, if there's something inside of you that's not right, that's doing you wrong, that's doing more bad for you, interceptions. Michael Jackson in the pocket. Scratch that. No. Prince in the pocket. Shout out to Minneapolis. Noodle arm. 27 M's in debt. Negative. It's time to cut ties. Because the other part is having sex with that person and they almost make you nut, but then they stop. And you're sitting there like, the fuck? So then you look to the right, you look off in the distance, and you see a shiny new toy, a shiny new car. And while you may be, hurt about the fact that you're leaving your previous toy, or, can you take that pain? You say, you know what? No, fuck it. I'm going to give that a shot. Enter Trey Lance. 6'4", 225 pounds of athletic greatness. Young, fresh, fly, with it, as the kids say today. He's lit, all that shit, right? Why not? We all, Josh Allen, Patrick Mahomes, to a lesser extent, because I think Trey's going to be a better thrower than him, Lamar Jackson. Is Jimmy Garoppolo Sierra's husband? No. Sierra's husband, Trey Lance's ceiling, I think, is 2 feet above Sierra's husband. I really do. I think his ceiling is as tall as my children. And those motherfuckers are tall. But Jimmy Garoppolo has reached his ceiling. Jimmy Garoppolo's ceiling is overthrowing Emmanuel Sanders in the Super Bowl. And not against young Deshaun Watson, the same person he faced in that Super Bowl, Patrick Mahomes, down 24 to, I want to say 3 in the second game, or whatever, in the playoffs. He laughed at that. And he made every single play necessary to win the game. Tom Brady, who Jimmy Garoppolo sat behind for the same amount of time that Aaron Rodgers sat behind Brett Favre, actually more time, one extra additional season, if I'm not mistaken, picked up nothing. He picked up the ability to not open your mouth in press conferences, which he actually just completely just talking cliches. It was a tough one. You got to get it. The guys played hard. Never eyes. Never take responsibility. That's just like Bill Belichick, who didn't take responsibility for Spygate or football softgate. Jimmy and Tom Brady ain't take responsibility for anything, including lying about how much he wanted to spend time with his children. And believe me, wanting to spend time with your children as a man is a motherfucker. So Jimmy only learned that, not to speak real shit in a press conference. But a person like me, a fanatic like me, someone who has cried over 49er games, someone who has sat through 49er games as 30 people slowly exited, dissipated from the area, left the room. And I'm the only one at 12, excuse me, folks, at 12 years old, still sitting there watching every second of them win the Super Bowl. A person like me can't take it anymore. Someone who is a 49er fanatic, who does not care, who in 3 years, if Trey Lance is subpar, despite him carrying my son's name, despite him being half black, despite blah, 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 I will be calling for his ass like they calling for you when you go into the electric chair. I'll be calling for his head because he's be hurting the team. Because for me, when there's something that I love, I have a singular passion to or love for, I don't care about a damn thing else but that thing and what's best for that thing. So anything that gets in the way of that automatically, to me, becomes my worst enemy. And right now, James, Richard Garoppolo, not allowing Trey Lance to start is my worst enemy. And I will not rest until JRG is out of my life and your life, faithful. And I mean that sincerely. Whatever I can do, whatever I can put in the atmosphere to get James gone, I'm willing to do it. Because, as I said, I'm 40 years old with two very old sons now, two teenage sons, and I want to start to experience different types of things. I'm a single dad. It's man time. Those are my best friends. And we love a couple of things all together. And one of them are the 49ers. And there was no one to share in the love with me when the 49ers won the Super Bowl in 94. I just explained a minute ago. I sat on the couch at my aunt's home alone. Because everybody else went outside. We had a Super Bowl party. Everybody else, like I said, nobody likes the 49ers but me outside the two seeds that are mine and my cousin. I actually hate them because I love them so much. Pretty much all my family hates the 49ers. Because everybody hates the 49ers because we're outstanding. Like the Gap Band. But I sat there on the couch at 12 years old alone in my aunt's house in Long Beach, California, and watched the 49ers destroy, dismantle the San Diego, now LA Chargers. Everybody had already migrated outside. There was nobody sharing that with me, and I was only 12. Well, now I'm 40. And when the 49ers win the Super Bowl next, I'm going to share with my sons. And it's probably going to be a feeling I haven't had damn near outside the 2 days them motherfuckers were born. And I'm going to get to share with them. And I do not believe James almost gave me that. But then he didn't. You gotta be quicker than that. He pulled the rug out from under my ass like Aladdin. But this time, it's going to happen under the guise of a man by the name of Trey Lance, one of my son Trey and Damien's namesakes. Kind of. It's poetic. It's meant to be, and it's going to happen. Just not with Jimmy G. All right, folks. So we have gone 2 fucking hours here tonight talking about Jimmy G, Trey Lance. I wanted to get some other things. You know how much they're in love. He and George Kittle with each other, and I love Kittle. He's a wrestling fan. I'm a wrestling fan. My sons are wrestling fans. By the grace of God and special people, I'm going to take my son to some wrestling soon. So I love me some George, but he loves him some Jimmy. And Jimmy, they were teachers of each other. Forrest, okay, I can't even leave yet. My man, I wish I would have got a chance to get you in here earlier. Anybody who's still here or not, I don't know. But Forrest, my man, please like the video and share the video, especially you. This man right here is a super Niner fan. What's good, homie? Shout out, brother. This man right here is the ultimate Niners fan. If there's a 49ers fan that's a bigger fan than myself, it's Forrest Tucker on Facebook, Forrest Tucker Jr., or better known as BKA Flavor 9, the man with the change gang, NinerGang, chain gang is Flavor 9. Forrest Tucker. So look for Mr. Flavor 9 on Facebook, Instagram. The man is a 49er legend. And man, I am blessed and honored to have you in the chat and the live. Sincerely, brother. There you go. Already, Flavor 9, straight from Houston. Excuse me, straight from Texas. I'm not sure exactly where in Texas. I don't want Houston's just the biggest place because I hate Dallas, you know. But salute, homie. Salute, absolutely, man. Out working hard, decided to drop on the live. I could not be happier to have you in here. Thank you so much. I want to get Mr. Flavor 9, Mr. Forrest, Fort Worth. Shout out Fort Worth, Texas. Absolutely. Salute. I definitely want to get a live going with Forrest. That man, he was recently with Greg Papa. I think it was in the playoffs. That man was hugging on, Greg Papa was hugging him. Greg Papa, which is as y'all know, touchdown San Francisco. That motherfucker. Yeah, he was hugging him in a bar. Like they was bosom buddies. So I want to get definitely a video with you at some point in time. Get Flavor 9 in here, Forrest Tucker. You bless the live like many Niner fans have. Please debo that like button, Flavor. If you like the video, then I feel blessed, bro. So like the video for me, bro. Share it, everybody. You know, comment if you can. Subscribe to the channel if you're not. It's been amazing. Flavor, Forrest, before we go, please let me know. You especially, I want to know who, in your opinion, should be starting next year. Yes. We're going to do a live chat before the so look, like I was saying, Flavor, right now the draft is taking place here in Vegas where I live. I plan to be there streaming live from the draft. So maybe that day that'd be the perfect day. You and I can go live, get a Zoom or FaceTime or there's some shit going so that you and I can go for sure live. But Flavor, before we go, last thing. We got to make a choice. That's what this live is all about. For Jimmy or against Jimmy? Because if you're against Jimmy, that means you automatically want Trey to start. So from Flavor 9, for everybody, before we go, who you want? Who should be starting next year? Remember, Trey, upside, we haven't seen. This is what we talked about all night. Jimmy. Oh, you think we can get Baker? Okay, so we haven't talked about that tonight. We talked about Jimmy going to Seattle. And Flavor, you definitely need to share the video. People come up in this motherfucker when you share it. But yeah, we're talking about Jimmy ended up going to Seattle, maybe. You know, Jimmy going to Carolina still. But okay, he's not ready. So let me ask you, Forrest, when you say not ready, why is Trey not ready? What makes him not ready? And let me take a sip, absolutely, for Forrest coming into the live, making it in. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate you, brother. Let me take a sip for you. It's 10 o'clock where Forrest is at right now. He's in the live. Why is Trey not ready?
We get the answer from Flavor 9. Let's see. Yeah. Okay, but let me ask you this. Everyone that said that, and I've been saying that a lot this week for us on Facebook, bro, too, is how do you get ready without playing? How can Trey get ready if we don't get him in the game? He ain't gonna get ready just by sitting on it, or do you think he can get? How can he get ready sitting on the bench? And we've seen where Jimmy can get us. Jimmy can get us right to the edge, like we would have brought, and we're getting it in. And you done already made her handle business, right? You made her handle her business, but she also they said you to stop right before you about to finish, or vice versa. We don't want to do that to the ladies. You get yourself off, and you don't get you get her right to the edge, and you stop. So, I'm like, that's what Jimmy did in the Super Bowl. And to a lesser extent, what he did in the NFC Championship game. He got us right there, and then he couldn't get us over the hump. Is what I've been saying. So, is Jimmy ready? And why is Trey not? What's he not? Because look, you start a job, you got to read on the job, watch your boss do it, watch your coworker do it. You like for me, I work in a call center. They do something called shadowing, right, or something like that. There are a lot of different names. You sit with somebody else doing the job, right? You watch them. Okay. Now we're gonna get to that. So, but then so you got a hard job. When you're a doctor, are you ready to do your first surgery? Keep it real. I don't care if you went to Stanford, MIT, whatever, right? You got your first surgery. Are you ready to do it? I mean, it doesn't have to be a heart surgery or a brain surgery. Are you ready to do it until you do it and see, and do it well? Same with my job. Until you take that first phone call, are you ready to take the phone calls? You're not ready to take the call until you take a call. When I work in medical in the healthcare field, I've never done it in my life. It's not easy, but I had to learn. I'm still learning. I'm learning on the job. You can't be ready to do a job until you do it, in my opinion. No matter how good he looked, Patrick Mahomes wasn't ready week one of that year I think they won the Super Bowl in his first year starting. He started that last game of the Rookie of the Year, right? He wasn't ready. And maybe Cal's playbook is expansive. His playbook is the best playbook in football, if you ask me. But yeah, but how does he get ready? Running it against Fred? Running it against Ward? Shit, we got two Wards on the goddamn team on the defense now, Charvarius and Jimmy, right? So how does Trey get ready? Running the plays against Jimmy Ward, Charvarius Ward, Bosa, and Fred Warner, or running them against Nick Bosa? Running them against Bobby Wagner on whatever team he's playing on, and all the other teams that are on our schedule this year. In my opinion, he only gets ready by playing in the games. He can't get ready on the bench. Aaron Rodgers sat behind Brett Favre for 3 years. Jimmy Garoppolo sat behind Tom Brady for 3 or 4. I can't remember off the top of my head. Is he ready? I tried for us, man. I've been trying to, and like I said, you and I gonna get a live, but we can get you on the camera because you got more charisma than a motherfucker, bro. But and I got to get the change on my channel. That's a blessing. But how do you get ready? And you folks, my niggas in Texas, I know y'all know about hard work. Y'all real men. You know that you can't just talk about shit and say you're gonna be about something if you don't show it. How's he ever gonna show us? We're gonna do it for us. I've been waiting for it, man. I want it for sure. Because you're a real Niner fan. And you got fans. Shit. And that's what I want is all of us Niner fans to get on one page. If we are gonna get behind Jimmy, if he's gonna really be here in camp, what's that gonna mean? That's gonna mean we owe him a grip of money. Or imagine this. If Jimmy comes back next year on $27 million, John Lynch they need to hire me as GM or you, Forrest, or one of my kids as GM for 2023 season. Now, I appreciate you, man. You don't even know. And like I said, bro, I appreciate that you liked it already. Share the video on your page, bro, if you get a chance to. Share the live so people can get a chance to check it out off top. But if Jimmy comes back, we owe him a lot of money. Or if John is as good a GM as we all think he really is, right? And John got some balls, and Kyle and John are on the same page, they go to Jimmy and they say, Jimmy, you need to get 15 mil. W Live? What does that mean, John? I'm old, John. I don't know what W Live means, but so look, if John says, excuse me, folks. If John says, Jimmy, motherfucker, we need to cut your shit about 85%. You need to get down to about 15 mil on your salary, Jimmy. Jimmy has had sex with a porn star, folks. He has 11 nicknames. He never takes responsibility for any interception to Bobby Wagner or Fred in practice. He has a very large ego, even though he's smooth as butter. He's gonna look at John Lynch and say, "Fuck you." Him and Mr. Yee, his manager, what's maybe not manager. Help me out, folks in the chat. Get back to work for us, man. Us, man, we got to work. Like, we got to do some work on this team. John Lynch needs to get to work. Kyle needs to get to work and make a decision and put Trey as the head of the table. But thank you so much, Forrest, for dropping by. You are a man of your word. You said you were going to make the live. And you did, brother. From work. Real shit. NinerGang don't bang. NinerGang don't bang, Forrest. We're going to get together, brother. I got your number. So, sincerely. Be safe, man. Be safe out there. Shout out to Fort Worth. So, to wrap it up, folks, again, Kyle and them, they need to make a decision, and there's only one decision to make, and that's to put Trey at the head of the table, because if Jimmy comes back next year, that's going to separate the locker room. We're not going to make any more moves. I heard someone on Facebook today say, let me look it up. I think it was that, okay, there was a long post on Facebook today. Someone puts different reasons that we should be optimistic for next year. The last one he put was free agency is not done. For us, free agency is done. John Lynch isn't making any more moves. And the primary reason is because we owe Jimmy Garoppolo $27 million next year. And right now, we have not gotten rid of his contract or got him off our books. Right now, John Lynch and Kyle Shanahan are not sure whether or not Jimmy Garoppolo is going to be gone next year or whether he's going to stay here. So they can't make certain moves, like sign people who are still available. Tyrann Mathieu, Julio Jones. Yes, they're all old. They're long in the tooth like me. But they can still be productive players on our team. We lost Trent Sherfield. It's Julio Jones or whoever we lost a couple people. We didn't lose. I think we lost Trent Sherfield, right? The one who caught the first bomb or trailer, the first touchdown of our season, the first bomb that we ever got to see of the many we're going to see from Trey Lance. Trent Sherfield, he's gone. Can Julio Jones not do that same thing now at 6 foot 100 and 230 and still running probably a 4 or 5? I'm sure he could. And coming back to his daddy Kyle for minimal pay, I'm pretty sure, right? But we don't have Tyrann Mathieu, who's also old, but who's a ball hawk, who'll be automatically have the most career interceptions on our team. We sign Tyrann Mathieu tomorrow. And May Hufanga continue to stay on special teams. Or Julio Jones will automatically be our number one all-time receiver on our team if we sign him tomorrow for a cheap contract. But because we owe Jimmy Garoppolo $27 million, if we don't know if come July and August, we're going to still owe him that same $27 million because nobody else wants his garbage Garoppolo ass. We haven't signed anyone else. We re-signed Kerry Hyder today. We re-signed Jeff Wilson yesterday. We re-signed Dante Johnson yesterday. We re-signed Jordan Willis, who blocked the punt against Green Bay yesterday. But we didn't sign DeMarcus Lawrence or some of them fucking Cowboys or Von Miller. Nah. Or, you know what I mean? We re-sign like we do every year. We re-sign Juice to a further contract, or we re-sign Kerry Hyder. We let DJ Gones go because Russell Wilson's gone and the Russell Wilson killer is gone. The Russell Wilson's gone, so we don't need the Russell Wilson killer anymore. We let Kawan Williams walk to where? Denver? We have to go to their house this year? All of that is because we have Jimmy Garoppolo on this roster because he waited to get his surgery too late on purpose with his agent. And because we don't know if we're going to get anything that's applicable to his salary and his worth to us because he's taken us to a Super Bowl and 2 NFC Championship games. And he's a former second-round pick. And we traded a second-round pick for him. And we owe him a lot of money. So they haven't traded him for kibbles and bits because they have time still. And we don't know if we're going to be able to because the market is drying up faster than a person who's not satisfied sexually. It's drying up fast. So with that, he's still on the team. And he's beloved by all of us faithful who love the name on the back of the jersey more than the name on the front of the jersey. And he's also owned by 2 people with enormous egos. Somebody who went to Stanford and somebody who went to Texas and has always fashioned himself a GM in Madden and a mad scientist, Kyle Shanahan, who doesn't want to say, damn, we fucked up and we got to just cut this motherfucker because he has too many negatives against him and nobody else wants him for anything worse than some fish or some grits. Better than some fish or some grits. So he's still on the team. And he may be on the team for good. He may be up, but if he's on the team, he needs to take a pay cut, a big pay cut. And unfortunately, I think his ego, even though he's smooth as shit, smooth as a baby's ass, his ego is as big as Goliath. I fully believe that. He's from Chicago. Yeah, Chicago. Well, Jesse Smollett pulled off his shit, okay? No, he's from Chicago. Crazy Chicago. His ego is sky high, I'm sure, like a skyscraper. So, like the fucking Golden Gate Bridge. So, he didn't want to take a pay cut and admit that he's subpar, and then admit that if he takes a pay cut, that's going to mean a battle in camp. And Trey Lance is going to beat him. He's going to whoop his ass. If they have a one-on-one. If this year, because this past season, faithful, it was not a battle. Kyle Shanahan blew smoke up your ass and mine. I just didn't believe it. I don't know if you did. I hope you didn't. But it wasn't a real battle for who was going to start the season. Everybody knew James was going to start. And the owner said, if you're not familiar, folks, so let's get ready. We don't know. It's Twilight Zone. But he said last season they're willing to pay Jimmy 2 years, including $27 million this year. If they pay him $27 million this year, they mean that he's going to start until he gets injured, which is probable. And then Trey Lance comes in. If they restructure his contract and give him the $15 million he's worth, it's going to be a battle in camp. And he's going to be the highest paid backup in the NFL. Thank you so much, Faithful, for sitting with me. This is the longest live that I've ever done. I've done some lives. I think this might be the first Niner live I've ever done, period. But most of them have been wrestling related. And one of those is coming up too soon. Next weekend is fucking WrestleMania. So there's 2 lives coming that day. I gotta watch it with my kids through the internet. But Saturday and Sunday of next week, the 2nd and 3rd, WrestleMania is coming. I should be live with both of those. Please look at all my videos down below on the Niners. Clearly, they're in my fucking heart. And so is football. Like I said, football is a metaphor for life for me. And I'm a man. Football's a man's game. And I think that a lot goes into being a man, just like a lot goes into being a football player in the NFL. And the starter for the Niners, his name is Trey Lance. So again, like the video. Thank you so much for everybody for watching. Sincerely appreciate you. This has been a great live. Everybody, please like the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment if you catch this later on. Be safe. Shit's crazy. Just like the NFL offseason has been this year. It's your man, Lawrence. Look out for more videos from myself and my sons. They both have videos on the channel. One of them has a video on Scream. One of them has a video, or 2 videos actually, where he does actually stop motion animation. So we're just trying to give y'all content, and we got love for the Niners, and we know y'all do too. So Faithful, thank you for coming to the live tonight. Everybody be safe. I'll see y'all later. I'll let you, man.